hello. This is episode 2. I'm still sick. I don't know if you guys are still sick, but I'm still sick.
I am still sick.
Just a bunch of sick...
Oh,
you are...
not sick.
Yeah, Morgan's sick too.
Oh, man.
Rough.
That is rough indeed.
I get to work from home though, so that's nice.
Oh, that is nice. I just get nothing done if I work from home. I have to sit
I
there
don't
and
really
work
get
an
anything
extra 2
done
hours
either way.
to make up for it. Alright, well... Oh, never mind. Aubrey's back. Nice.
Yo. Sorry.
Anyone have any announcements? Because I have one if no one does. It is Ellie's birthday. For you people in chat. So make sure to wish Ellie a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Why don't you sing happy birthday to her, Austin?
If I wasn't sick and saving my voice for the rest of this game, I totally would.
Wow, okay.
Sounds
See
like
what
an
it is.
excuse.
Maybe it is, maybe it
That's a
isn't.
good
Dang.
one.
You.
If you didn't, I was going
Yeah,
to.
I was literally getting it ready.
I got so many points, I forgot.
Damn it. Fine. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Ellie. Happy birthday to you. There we go. Sped it up,
Many
that's
more.
Felt rushed, but
Many
okay.
right. Maybe a little rushed, but you know what? The show must go on.
It be that way sometimes.
If no one has anything else, I think we can get started with... That cough came at the worst time. Episode 2 of Identity Unknown. Which, last we left off, you guys had woken up, clutching at your throats for some sort of breath. Not sure which way was up. Only the faint blue ray of light directing you towards the surface as you came to struggling deep below the surface of a lake. You struggled, your body screaming, to the top of the water, where you eventually made your way to the banks of this fog-covered lake, where an enormous bright pillar of blue light from the center of island was radiating towards the heavens and burning away the fog. At some point, you came to, realizing there was other people in a similar boat, just starting to get up, seemingly unsure of yourselves, as you had lost your memories. And taking some time to figure yourselves out, you approach these 2 little floating balls of light in the forest, of which our character played by Ellie reached out only to get life force drained, which you guys fought them off, and in the midst of doing that, a bunch of somewhat armor-clad commoners came reaching through the edge of the woods, chased by what seemed to be a couple of imps. And as you helped scare off the imps, you found out that they had been sent to the lake to find those who came from it, at the behest of some shaman of their town, who you later met, an elven, fairly young but wise woman by the name of Alanvi, who seemed to have some sort of precognition and recognized that you were heroes, or that you would have a heroic deed that would help the town, but found it odd that you came with no memories. while talking to you, came up with seemingly some ingredients that you could find for her, spread out amongst the woods, that would supposedly help you. Find or recall your memories, and as such, you went to take a little break in the tavern where you started to explore your abilities. Scared off one of yourselves for a couple of hours with some seemingly innocuous whispers, and as you regather, the tavern owner, a fairly stocky older man, kind of done with your shit, and just as the dinner crowd begins kind of piling in to this tavern, that is where we pick up. You have the list of ingredients, assuming you remember them.
I wrote them down.
Good. And
Somebody
yeah.
did, 'cause I didn't.
What would
No,
you
no, I
like to
did.
do? There are a number of people beginning to come in, many of them gawking at you as you sit at this table, but a lot of them finding tables around you and ordering food and drinks. There's a clattering of glasses as a couple of people come out to help the current barkeep and begin serving tables and taking orders, and you can hear the somewhat hearty but joyous celebrations of the town as they all kind of look at you, occasionally raising their mugs in cheers, and overall seem quite pleased and very curious at your presence.
I would like to look more into my book.
Okay.
Like my
Yes.
sorry, baby, pass for 1 second. The ritual book that I had, is it actually like spells, or what does it entail? And I can understand the language, but I don't know obviously what language it is.
Yes, it is not a language that you immediately recognize the name of. But as you kind of read through it and you take some time beginning to focus on this and ignoring the crowd around you, a lot of it seems to be spell-less rituals, or rituals that have some sort of deeper meaning, but you, from what you understand of magic currently, you don't believe pertains to spells. As you thumb through it, taking time, you do find the occasional kind of jotted note about spells in here and there, but it's not focused on spells. It's focused on what seems to be rites of passing, ceremonial recipes, and the like.
Okay, so it's more of kind of like a religious or personal kind of tome rather than a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Would you like to do anything in the immediate?
You're muted, Ellie.
Thank you. I have a herbalism kit, right?
I believe you do, yes.
Okay. Would my kit have any of our ingredients?
Make a nature check.
I don't have that written down.
Oh, in that
Oh, I
case,
need a
it is a
pen.
+3.
Wow.
As you
Plus
kind of
3.
begin to rifle through your kit, you have this practiced ease as you kind of compare the herbs to the descriptions and images that you had gotten previously from Alanvi, aka you are proficient. But you don't find anything that matches the description that she had given you
Okay, well, doesn't matter what I rolled then, huh?
Oh,
Can
sorry.
I try?
Well, I didn't even wait to see what you rolled. That's
Yeah,
awkward.
literally.
I mean, you're well.
Fuck you. Fuck you nice.
What did you
I guess we
roll?
know what the results would have been.
Actually,
I rolled a 19.
Oh, okay.
I was like, damn.
And now he's gonna have to give us one.
No, you unfortunately do not still find, even with a 19.
Can I check mine? Because I know I also have a herbalism kit, and I
Sure, you
can see her doing this.
also check if you would like. Have you rolled nature yet?
I have rolled. I think I have a 0 because my intelligence is a 0, and I don't think I was proficient. But
Yeah, you do have a 0, in fact.
okay. Do you want me to roll, or is it gonna be a no,
you can
anyways?
roll. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. An 8.
Unfortunately, to your dismay, you rifle through, also finding that you do not have anything that matches the description.
Well, figures.
As you kind of take the time, and you're both rifling through, are the rest of you doing anything? Or are you just kind of sitting, watching them nursing the ale that you were given?
I'm gonna turn to whoever's sitting beside me, which I guess is all of them, and say, the last time I lost my memory, it was due to some ale. What if we tried to reverse science it and drank a lot of ale to see if it brought back our memories?
That sounds like a plan to me.
How do you remember
Sounds
it the
like
last
some
time you
birthday
drank?
activities.
I think this just is you just want us to drink.
Well, it also seems like a strong check of our
Constitution. perhaps?
abilities.
Yeah.
If we just were to
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that. Let's go.
All right, you guys.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna try to drink as much as I can during the night.
All right.
We're just hanging out here till morning, right?
We're
That
doing
was our
that
planning.
and playing my loot.
All right. As you're strumming a couple things, and you kind of give a wave, and you guys get another round. You guys begin just tossing them back. A couple of villagers actually stop by and kind of look around. Thank you so much for all that you will do and that you have brought already to this village. It seems that you are wetting your pipes, and I would be honored if I could buy you a round.
I would be honored to
Accept.
enjoy the round.
And they
accept that round.
over the course of the night, you guys get about 3 free rounds from the villagers, all pitching in.
Nice.
Over the course of about an hour and a half, maybe, you kind of knock these backs. Go ahead and make Constitution saving throws.
Woohoo!
I almost said the wrong names. Rhett, your bonus is a +1. Chaz, yours is a +2. Ellie, yours is a +4. And Aubrey, yours is a +1.
Is anyone proficient?
I will say that...
I am.
Yes. Ellie is.
She feels like she's very good at drinking.
she knocks these drinks back with an ease that the rest of you don't quite seem to have.
I guess I should actually make the check, eh?
Go ahead, yeah.
18.
The ale here is quite strong.
Bad Mama Jamma.
It's got quite a burn as it goes down. Oh boy. Rhett, as you kind of knock back a few, already
That's a 9.
the vision around kind of begins to go a little fuzzy. Your words kind of, your tongue feels extremely large in your mouth, and your kind of mouth.
I don't
feels a
know
little
about you
dry.
guys, but it's working.
Aubrey, you're feeling the same thing, but what did you get, Ellie? 18, you said? Nice.
I got 18 as well.
Yeah, the two of you, I mean, you can feel the slight buzz already, but the rest of the other two seem to be quite sloshed in comparison already after just a few drinks.
Hey,
You
I'm
listen here.
gonna look at Aubrey's character, who looks equally as intoxicated. Hey, you want to arm wrestle?
Yeah, you want to play my lute?
I'll try play your lute.
I don't know. I think he'd be able to play it better.
And I'm gonna put my like elbow on the table, and I'll be like, "Wait, I don't know which arm I should use."
No.
I was gonna try to arm wrestle Aubrey's character.
All right, go ahead and make athletics checks.
What is my athletics?
Your athletics is a +0.
What about mine?
Okay.
And despite the fact that your body is on the weaker side, you do feel adept at physical exertions, aka proficiency in athletics.
That for me?
Yes.
Oh.
So
You have
proficiency.
6.
So
Oh, wow, you're weak as fuck.
yeah, what the?
Aubrey, your athletics is a +1.
Nice.
Why want
After seeing them arm wrestle, I kind of think I'd like to challenge my female companion here to an arm wrestle.
I mean,
Brute of a lady.
Like.
to? Oh.
Did you
Damn
just
it.
assume my gender?
Well, yes. I think we
Me too, I'm
established
assuming as
last-
well. I'm not really sure anything right now. We just rolling.
Go ahead and make athletics checks.
So I need mine, I believe.
Yours is a +5, and this comes quite easily to you.
Dang.
So proficient
Yes.
in that.
Chaz, yours is a +2.
Okay. And I'm definitely not proficient then.
Aubrey and Rhett, as your characters kind of clasp arms loosely, it takes you a couple seconds to find a good, comfortable grip. But you kind of go at it back and forth a little bit. Eventually, Aubrey, your character's arm begins to bend backwards, and it's close to hitting the edge of the table. I need another athletics check from both of you.
Mm. Uh-oh. Ooh, let's go.
But as from your position, you pull it back, making it once again kind of in the middle as you fight, trying to kind of sloppily in your slightly drunken state, wrestle each other to the ground. Go ahead and make another athletics.
Whoops.
Oh boy.
I take a swig. Keep going.
Your other arm, you kind of take a swig and you're feeling pretty confident now. I mean, you're pushing him back, and you've got his arm almost ready to hit the table. I need one last athletics check. Right, your arm begins to kind of burn at the angle that it's being held at, and you're trying to pull as much to kind of force
As
him
he's
back.
trying to push me down, I'm gonna see if I can stealthily try kicking his stool underneath him to like give me the advantage to make him fall backwards.
Well, don't make me whisper at you again.
All right, make a for the hell of it, make an attack roll as you try to blindly kick for his chair.
What's my modifier on that?
We'll just count this as an unarmed strike.
Alright.
All right, 11.
I don't know why I did it as leaf there. That's
Yeah,
weird.
that's weird. All right, and then also make your.
Oh yeah,
athletics
athletics.
As you go to kick out the chair, you do find Perseus and hit a chair, but it doesn't budge enough. Just as he finishes slamming your arm on the table, it kind of almost wrenches your arm out of the socket, and you kind of have to like go with him to the table and just lie there, twinging in pain as you kind of recover. It was a little brutal. And your kind of hand just is numb and stinging from the rapid smack against the wood. If the other two of you want to start making your athletics checks, go ahead.
Sure. I rolled already, got a 12.
Oh, alright. Ellie?
Very average. You're
You're
muted.
muted.
I got an 18 plus 5, so 23.
Oh, jeez. As you kind of grasp
Sorry about your
arms at
arm.
the other end of the table, kind of getting into the nature, the spirit of the game, as your two drunken friends do, immediately she begins to push you back, and your hand already is nearing the edge of the table, and you were just completely unprepared for the sheer force that her arm came down with. Go ahead and make another athletics check.
I'm not expecting to come back from this one.
8.
8?
Oh no.
Wow, maybe.
I rolled a 3.
Well, I guess in the overconfidence, you guys come back up. Shockingly, Chaz, you're able to push back from this awkward position, and you're back to a stalemate. Go ahead and make another athletics check.
Can only get better from here, right?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
What did you get?
I got a 25.
Dang it!
Not 20.
A natural 20?
Wow.
Alright, as
Little
you
purple dice.
As you pull back, you feel a sudden burst of strength, Chaz, and you begin pushing, and there's this moment where you get actually partway, and then suddenly, this almost inhuman strength, like almost a
Veins just
low guttural
bulge.
growl, comes from your
Get a
opponent.
forehead
And
vein.
just immediately, there is a heavy smack on the table as your knuckles are bashed into the wood, and you hear almost like a little splinter, and you're not sure if it's from your own bones or from the table itself, and there's a little dent from where your hand was just brutally smashed into the table. I'll say you even take a point of damage.
Ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie.
Maybe make it 2 because it was a critical.
Make it 2, alright.
But your match was much quicker, and as you finish, you actually turn and watch the other match finish, yours being so much faster. But eventually
Well, I tried.
you've come to a point where you have finished your arm wrestles, and you kind of look at each other. The tables around you had kind of been low chanting as you in the spirit of heroics were showing off feats of strength, and there's a low cheer that kind of rumbles through the tavern as the two winners are crowned.
I'm gonna try and yell like how about a round for the winners or something like that, and see if I could persuade anyone to buy a drink.
As you yell it out, go ahead and make a persuasion check. Plus
I'm also gonna say,
1.
and the losers, I think we deserve it as well.
Yeah, I'm one of the losers, so.
Yeah.
For the hell of it, make a persuasion check.
What
Plus
should
0
I
for you,
add?
Brett. Plus 1 for you, Chaz.
That's one.
What do I have?
+0.
I really hope we're level 3 because my stats are not that good. Could use the ability score improvement.
What did you get, Chaz?
Persuasion, I got 11.
As you kind of call out, there's kind of a brief lull. And then a couple of them are like, yeah, let's do that. Round for the winners. Just as that proclamation kind of happens, you hear a slightly quieter and maybe a round for the losers. And a couple of them kind of look over to the loser and, all right, one more round for the table. And they kind of pass off a couple more drinks. Give you a couple of the braver ones kind of good-naturedly give you guys a couple of pats on the backs as they seem to head out for the night. As the night begins to settle, most of the tables have begun to kind of filter out. The sun having kind of set maybe just over the mountain range. It still seems early to, I'd say, Aubrey and Brett. To you, both of you, it seems you're not sure why, but you get the feeling that as the crowd begins to dwindle and they head out of the tavern, you almost get the feeling that this seems early for a tavern to start quieting down. But most of the folks begin to head out, and you guys are left to your own devices.
As they're leaving, I'm just gonna ask, why is everyone heading out so early?
One of them kind of looks over. Oh well, I mean, it's a harvest day tomorrow, and we've got to be up bright and early to take advantage of our of the dawn. We don't get many harvest days, and so those that come, we try to
What do you
work as
mean?
long as
What do you mean
possible.
harvest day? Can you not harvest when it's ready whenever?
Well, we can harvest most of the inner crops, but the outer crops are protected, and we don't get to that protection diminishes every so often, and tomorrow is one of those days, so most of us will be taking advantage of that and heading out. One of the kind of more built, and you can kind of see they're almost a little bit more battle hardened, kind of steps up behind and kind of ushers the other along, but turns to you. I heard that you have some things that you might need to do outside, and I suggest that if you are heading out, you head out tomorrow. I'm sure capable individuals such as yourself will be quite fine, but if you are heading out, head out tomorrow, and if you can, make it back by nightfall. If not, you might want to stay away for a couple weeks. Or at least come back in the morning of a week from now.
What exactly is this protection?
Well, how much does,
Nothing.
I see. Well, outside the town, we do have a modicum of protection in the form of, well, it is a not quite symbiotic relationship where a swarm of creatures kind of circle the town, which is why we have a insanely thick and high wall structure here. Occasionally they leave, and as such, we are able to go harvest for those days, but it's only every few weeks that they leave, and as such, it's safer to do the harvesting when they're not there.
What sort of creatures?
The bony type. The type that are perhaps typically frowned upon, but they keep us safe from worse dangers, so we live with the fact that it is dangerous outside these walls.
Well, thanks for the information.
If you have more questions, I would ask our shaman or the aim. They are more likely to give perhaps better answers.
Noted. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for... well, you've not done anything yet. Well, that's a lie. You have saved already 3 of our own ilk, so thank you for that.
Yes. You're welcome. It's the hero that hasn't done anything yet that should be praised the most, because the hero that has already done what they had to do. And I'm just gonna turn around and leave.
Nice. Nice.
The rest of you watch this kind of processing moment that the man seems to have as he kind of digests what was just the nugget of wisdom offered to him. And there's almost like a good 30 seconds where he kind of just stands shock still processing this before he kind of just nods and slowly turns and walks out.
It's like being friends with Rhett in real life.
Tell me about it.
Nice.
We have rooms, right?
Yes, you were given rooms.
Are we sharing rooms, or is it like each our own room?
I believe, from my memory,
I think we had 2 rooms.
that you were given 2 rooms, yes.
All right. I would like to retire to my room.
You guys are kind of led to the 2 rooms that you are provided. They're quite small, quite cramped. They're almost like closets in a way, with just a bed and a small chest for things. They don't seem to be given very much use at all, but it does seem like the sheets on the bed were changed recently. There's otherwise a fine layer of dust kind of sitting on the chest and the ground itself, though, but the bed seems clean. You guys kind of split up the rooms as amongst yourselves as you will. Is there anything that you wish to do before nightfall?
Yes. I would like to set my flail out
Okay.
on the floor. I'll just sit like on the floor or kneel on the floor, and put my book out beside it. And I'm gonna try to pray to Kellamvor.
Oh, okay. What are you praying?
I won't speak aloud, but in my head I would say something along the lines of like, I can't remember if I'm doing this correctly, but I need guidance. And if I could cast guidance on myself, if that's possible, I would like to do that.
As you kind of attempt to gather the energy to kind of guide, there's a brief moment where you sit unsure before you feel a slight warmth kind of flow through your body. You are guided.
Okay.
And
Did you
I
want me
would
to
like
make
you
a religion?
to make a religion check.
Okay.
Your bonus is +2.
Okay.
You don't know that. And you are considered proficient.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Okay. As you kind of kneel in front of your ritual book and the flail put out, arranged, you almost unconsciously arrange it in a way where, as it's laying down, the two flails kind of sit perfectly balanced as if they are scales. And it almost just feels right as you look down at this symbol and you suffuse yourself with your guidance and begin to pray, thinking in your head as you reach out and you attempt to call upon this Kellum Vor. And you reach out in this moment where you close your eyes and the slight sounds of one of your compatriots shuffling around the room just fade. And there's a brief moment of silence before you open your eyes and an expanse of wilderness stretches out before you, almost like roving hills. You look around, the sky is starless, dark, but yet, although there's no light, everything on the ground seems bathed in this kind of pale gray light that gives the ground this almost unearthly feel. As you look, you notice the hills themselves almost don't seem natural. They almost seem man-made and kind of formed into these mounds at specific distances, maybe 3 to 4 meters apart, and maybe a total of 1 to 2 meters tall. As you kind of look around, this vision taking you, an almost silent call echoes around you, this ringing, almost softly like a bell. And as you strain to focus, to look around, I need you to make a perception check.
Okay. It's +6 for me, right?
Yes.
Okay. 25.
25. As you sit there, kind of listening, the bell kind of occasionally ringing, and eventually it fades into this rhythmic beat. There's almost this faint whisper that you begin to pick out, almost like you're sitting on the other end of a phone call and someone's talking, but they're not like, their phone's not right beside their mouth, their phone's like down in their pocket, and you can just barely hear this faint whisper. And as you strain to kind of make it out, you can almost tell like there's this interference. Like it's like they're talking to you, but you can't quite hear it. But you can feel it in your bones. And as the rhythmic vibration of the bell kind of almost rattles you as it kind of washes over you, you're shaken and you blink and you're back in the room. Yeah.
All right, I'll try to keep my composure, pack my things up, and go to bed.
All right. Anyone
Casual.
else doing anything? Or
Oh, I'm passed the fuck out already.
passing out? Yeah, I mean, you are pretty drunk.
Rhett, you're muted.
Thank you. I'm just gonna say I'm in the same room as Chaz's character, and I was just like drunkenly staring at him, like praying, like, "Oh, holy, what the?"
I mean, actually, from watching from an outside point of view, make a perception check.
What is my perception?
Your perception is a +3.
14.
14. As you kind of, in your drunken state, you're not sure if you're hallucinating, like the alcohol's getting to you, or if it's actually happening. But you see just the faintest glow. Almost like a faint golden glow coming from the flail. But you kind of blink, and as you kind of blink and shake your head, it kind of goes out. Like it flickered out. Or maybe you were just seeing things.
When he's meditating, I'm gonna pick up his flail and like swing it around a bit.
Okay.
And be just like see if I would be able to use something like that.
All right. As you kind of swing it around, make a general strength check. Also, about this time, Chaz, is when your vision ends.
And I just see him grabbing my flail.
You see him swinging it around. That's 7. You kind of swing it around, and it's weird. Like it's this rigid T, and these two flails that are on opposite sides, and it almost seems to like counterbalance itself in a way that as you go to swing, it like messes up the rotation of the flail, and you end up having to like duck out of the way of one of them as they kind of suddenly come back your way in a way that you weren't expecting it. It doesn't feel very natural to you.
I'd appreciate if you'd give that back to me before you hurt yourself.
Hey man, your flail thing was just glowing.
Oh, well, I guess it does that.
Maybe it's useful. I don't know if you've used it or not.
I don't know. I've never tried to light it up before. No.
It's kind of unbalanced. Maybe we can get that fixed.
Can I just swing it around and show him how it's done?
Sure. Make an attack roll.
Can I make a performance check?
Sure, you can make a performance check, I guess. I suppose.
I'm
That's
probably
fine.
not
He's
proficient with it anyways, yeah.
But I will
I
say,
just
because
thought
you
so.
are proficient with the flail, I'll let you add your proficiency bonus to it.
Ooh, okay. 2. Yeah,
Oh,
crit.
crit.
23.
All right. I mean, you definitely show him as you kind of go through this. Like, it feels right, but logically, you also don't remember ever doing this before. As you kind of swing and like rotate your arm as you do in a way where both flails are kind of counter swinging, almost like you're swinging, like when you like kind of swing your arms and like you do like the arms in different directions, like it kind of swings like that and begins like you kind of keep rotating it swinging it like that, and it just continues to like rotate in this rapid spin, looking quite dangerous.
Wow.
Okay, I'll stop. And now I'm gonna just go into bed without
Alright.
saying anything else to this guy. He's too drunk to talk to right now.
Wow.
I picture he like spinning around so much. I'm like, well, wow,
I'm gonna puke.
blurry. Yeah.
Dizzy, fall over.
I'm gonna go to bed as well.
All right. Ellie, are you doing anything before bed, or are you going to bed as well?
Is there a window in this room?
This room does have a small window. Yes, it's maybe like a foot by a foot. It's like someone cut it out and then added a small frame to it
Okay.
and a small cover.
Can I look out the
Sure,
window?
You may.
Do I see any animals more
Make a perception
specifically?
check. You don't have dark vision, and night has fallen, so you have disadvantage.
Okay. I got a 10.
As you kind of peer out into the darkness, it's quite hard to see. You do see what seems to be torches lit along the main paths of the village, giving a somewhat birth of light that allows you to see the occasional shadow passing in front of them as people are walking or guards are doing patrols. You look out, kind of squinting into the darkness. You unfortunately do not see any animals.
Okay. That's all I wanted to
Okay.
see. Thank you. I guess I'll
Okay.
go to bed.
As you all find your rest, yeah, you all find your rest. The night kind of, it's almost this weird moment where you fall asleep and suddenly you blink awake. The night seemingly gone, the morning streaming through the small windows that each of your room has. It is morning. You can already hear outside, especially you, Chaz, the numerous amounts of individuals carrying tools and lanterns, and you can see a bunch of them beginning already to funnel towards the gate. Is there anything you need to do as you wake up, or?
We should probably get out there as quick as possible so we have as much time out there.
Yeah.
If we want to make it back before nightfall. I'm good to leave now, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's the one thing that's by the lake, and there's the one thing that's south, and then there's one thing towards the mountains. Maybe just go to the lake first.
Yeah.
Because it's
Sure.
close-ish.
Kind of know our way there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know your way through the tunnel.
Yeah.
Not
Oh, you know
through
what
the
I
front
forgot
gate.
to do before bed? Use all my spell slots.
Alright, well, you gather your things and begin heading out. Are you heading out the main door, or how are you finding the lake?
See if I can find. Actually, we'll head out we'll go to the main gate because they said people are harvesting, so maybe it's safe.
Okay. Following the throes of people, you count maybe almost close to about maybe 100 or so individuals that have gathered tools. You can see many of them are in darker clothing, Many of them have harvesting tools kind of on a belt at their waist. All of them seem to be grouped into groups of 10, where 9 individuals seem to surround one person, and that middle person has this tall, kind of maybe 2-meter tall kind of pole where this kind of one, it's like a 2-meter pole, and then there's like about a 2-foot long rigid L at the end of it, and hanging off of that is this kind of iron wrought lantern that glows with a faint kind of pale blue, pale purple light. And you count about 10 groups. As you follow them out, you get a couple of nods from the guards at the gate, and you watch as individuals carefully step out, keeping very close to the individual carrying the lantern in the middle. And they move almost as like these honeycombs shaped in groups towards and to the left outside of the gate. And you can see as you peep out, they seem to be heading towards these long, elegant fields that are just in this huge clearing between the trees. As you are heading out, you do see a stray number of what look to be skeletons, kind of shambling in this. They're maybe about 30 to 60 feet from the edge of the wall, and they kind of just seem to be shambling through the woods. And occasionally a group will get close to them, and everyone will kind of hug the lantern even closer, and you watch as the skeleton kind of gets within range and just begins to curve around the radius of the group, seemingly uneven, unknowing, uncaring of the group of farmers and their tools.
How close do they get?
It travels maybe about 15 feet from them, and then begins following this 15-foot arc around them before it continues as if it had not interrupted its path.
Okay.
As you step out, there is, in the moment, no skeletons around you. Do you remember how to get to the lake from here?
Do we remember? Can I make a survival check?
You can make a survival check.
I'll help him.
Through a tunnel. So you don't know the exact... You roughly know the direction you think, but you don't know the path.
Alright. What is my plus on the survival?
+6.
Alright. Can I try to do the guidance again, as like the same as what I did last night?
Kind of attempt to focus your energy. You feel a brief warmth kind of disperse across your body, and the spell seems to take effect.
Okay. And Rhett, you said you were going to help me too?
Yeah.
25.
25. All right. Thankfully, navigating the woods almost seems to come like second nature to you. And based on the direction that you traveled through the tunnel before, and the exit at which you came, you believe you need to head south, actually. And you are currently on the northern edge of the village, and so as you do that, you begin to curve around the walls of the village. You do see a number of skeletons that seem to be or not a number, actually. There's very few skeletons right now. Maybe 3 the entire time that you circle all the way back to the south end of the village. You catch maybe sight of 3 skeletons off in the distance in the woods. but they seem to be uncaring of you guys currently. As you begin to travel into the woods through this kind of very off the beaten path trail, if it can even be called a trail, you're at this point just into the brush, kind of pushing aside large swaths of some sort of plant.
When we're like south of the town, I'll say we should keep an eye out for the ruby grass. It is supposedly around here somewhere.
As you're
Okay.
as you're traveling and looking out for that, make a nature check or survival, your choice. Sorry,
All of us
nature
can?
or perception check. If you're keeping an eye out for the grass.
Do you want me not to? Because I'm kind of leading the way
Sure, if you're
with
leading
the
the way,
survival
why
check.
not? You
Yes
can
or no?
abstain.
Sorry.
You can
Keep going.
abstain since you're leading
Okay.
the charge.
But can he guide someone as he's doing it?
You said we could use
Yes, yeah,
perception.
He did.
Okay, I got a 15.
I got a 22.
A 22, eh?
He sees it. We should have got us one of those lanterns.
Maybe.
It might have been helpful, yeah.
Post-nut clarity.
Jesus.
Is somebody blowing their
Yeah, Morgan's
nose?
sick.
Poor Morgan. Hope she gets better.
I'm sick.
Is Morgan's
Where's
a female?
Yes. She
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
Fuck you.
Who cares about that though?
Unbelievable. I'm hurt. I am hurt. Sorry, you said you got a 22?
Yeah.
And Ellie?
15.
Alright, and then were you also keeping an eye out, Aubrey, or no?
Yes.
What'd you get?
What is my
What is your what?
perception?
Perception or
Perception or nature, your choice.
I don't know my perception, so we'll go with that.
Alright, it is a +2. You feel almost like you are half proficient with nature. I mean, with perception.
Okay.
Alright, as you begin traveling through the woods, attempting to navigate.
Was that
following
half with perception or nature? Sorry.
perception?
both. Well, technically, yeah. Aubrey, you can look at Jack of all trades for a bard. You can see.
As you guys navigate the wilderness here, stepping over large, maybe Aubrey-sized roots that are just... the trees here are enormous, by the way, if you didn't know. Some of them sprawling upwards of 100 feet in the air, trunks maybe 4 to 6 feet in diameter. The roots here, sometimes they're gnarled deep out, showing well above ground, and you have to step under them or climb over them to navigate your way through the woods here. This forest is ancient. There is a number of underbrush that is thick, spiky. Sometimes you have to cut through it, other times you have to find paths around it as it's too thick to even cut a path. And it is slow going. It takes maybe the better part of 2 to 3 hours to find your way back towards the lake above ground. But you do eventually find yourselves back towards the edge of the lake. The fog, the pillar of light that had been there when you arrived is no longer there. And instead, once again, this heavy fog seems to encompass the area, a sign that you're getting closer to the lake itself. And as you're kind of ducking under one of these enormous roots, it's there, Rhett, actually, that you see this kind of spark of red. And you kind of look, and kind of growing deeper underneath the root, closer to the base of this tree, is what seems to be, it almost looks like a weed, in the way there are these 4 extremely long tufts of kind of this, it's halfway between like a long dandelion leaf and a long blade of like duck grass, except that they're bright ruby red, and they catch your attention.
I'm gonna point them out to Ellie's character and be like, I think that's the ruby grass if you want to gather it and add to your kit.
Can I do that?
And I'll help her like pick it if necessary.
Taking out a couple of tools that you have, I'd say with the grass, I mean, it doesn't seem complicated. Is there any specific process you're doing for harvesting, or are you just kind of grabbing it?
Does anything feel natural to me? Like, I'm like, yeah, this is how I
Make a
my grass.
nature or survival check.
Let's do survival, but I
It's a
need that
+4.
score.
And as you do it, you do feel this kind of familiarity to the process.
Oh shit. Okay. 17.
I kind of, without thinking, you kneel close to the grass and you reach into your pouch and you bring out a couple of like a small trowel. And as you kind of grab the base of the grass and begin digging it out, there's a faint tingle, alerting you to something. And as you continue the process of kind of digging it out by the roots, to kind of, just in case there's a specific part that's needed, you notice that your hand begins to feel hot. And you look down, and there are these kind of almost blisters beginning to form where your fingers are touching the grass. And you realize that your hands begin to feel hot, and almost like you're grabbing an iron. The shock, like the sheer heat, almost didn't seem to register immediately. And you take 6 points of fire damage as you grab the ruby grass, lifting it out, quickly letting go and just letting the trowel hold it up. But it almost seems to burn. But you do manage to kind of correct your mistake with 17, holding it in the trowel and kind of taking out like a small pouch. You kind of dump it in, tie it up, and you have collected some ruby grass. Simple enough for the first one. You're muted. Oh.
It doesn't seem to be damaging the bag.
As you kind of look at the bag, it doesn't seem to be damaging the bag, no.
Okay.
At which point, though, you do, with the rest of the group, arrive back to the edge of the lake. You can hear the gentle, almost like waves of the waters hitting the banks. takes until about you're 10 meters away, 10 feet away before you actually catch the edge of the lake with how heavy and thick the fog is here. But you do manage to reach the lake.
Now we're at the lake. We'll look around for the flax sage plant.
Make investigation checks.
I need to know mine.
Your investigation is a +1. Anyone else who's making an investigation check?
I got a 9.
And needs their investigation, let me know. If you are making it, you don't have to.
I'll make one. What is mine? 0?
+0.
I got an 8.
Can I guidance myself?
Sure, go ahead.
A 5.
Oh, good.
There it is.
The lilac hair wonder.
Alright, as you begin spreading out, searching for this plant, you look up and you realize you can't see each other. The fog completely obfuscating your view as you kind of search, and you almost get lost in this this fog. You know you're following the edge of this lake. You know that much. But it feels like you're alone. The fog kind of swirls endlessly past you. The edge of the lake almost always looks the same as you continue walking. There's this silence that hangs, only broken by the very faint lapping of the waves at the bank. And as you continue circling, looking for anything that might fit this description, one of you, a certain kind of mauve-haired individual, as you're making your way around the lake, you eventually you stop for a moment, and you hear this faint ringing, and you kind of look back, and you notice that what you didn't see before is this kind of faintly glowing herb. It's maybe a foot, maybe 2 foot tall. You can see a number of small kind of leaves branched out from each of the different stems. It glows. It's almost like ethereal white, faintly, just pulsing. And based on the images that you had been provided earlier, this seems to be the ingredient.
Grab it.
You're grabbing it?
Sure.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said, but...
What could possibly go wrong?
Have you guys learned anything from what just happened to
Alright,
me?
What are the odds they both do that?
Just fucking bare fucking hand and
Alright,
everything.
What else are we gonna do?
I need you to roll a D100 for me.
D100.
These plants ain't your standard lettuce.
Okay. As you reach down to grab it, starting with one of the upper kind of stems, you hear a faint ringing again, and you kind of look up briefly, because the ringing almost seems to come from above you, and you look back, and the plant has vanished.
Huh. That's a bit of a bitch. I guess I go look to see where the plant was.
Make another investigation check. As you're doing
I'm
that,
gonna make another D20. Yeah.
it takes you another 10-20 minutes as you continue to look around, but you don't manage to find anything. As you're all spread out, two of you notice a faint crunching sound in the distance, maybe 30 or so feet away, but you can't see anything.
Which two?
Ellie and Aubrey, as you are walking around in this fog along the bank, there is just this faint crunching sound, like something heavy is walking just out of view.
Heavy, hey? I go in the opposite direction.
Make a stealth check for me. Ellie, are you doing anything in particular?
I want to hide.
Make a stealth check as well. Aubrey, your stealth
need that.
is a +4. You're proficient,
Oh,
but you are at disadvantage because of your armor.
okay.
I think. Is that why you have disadvantage? Why do you have disadvantage?
What kind of armor am I wearing? I thought it didn't have shit on.
Yeah, looking at his picture, he doesn't
I
look
thought I
like
had
he's
absolutely
wearing.
shit on me.
You might be wearing leather armor,
You have disadvantage
but
on...
Leather's
bards are proficient with leather armor, so
But leather's not disadvantage, is it?
Wait, hold on.
No.
Sorry. Let me read why you have disadvantage.
That
Because-
would be nice to know.
You should read it out loud.
you're permanently exhausted.
Oh, wait.
Ooh, wouldn't that be nice?
Hold on. No, yeah. Why is it giving you... Wait, no, you shouldn't have disadvantage. It's telling me that you have disadvantage because you're not proficient with the armor you're wearing, but you are proficient with the armor you're wearing. So I'm kind of confused.
Cool.
Everybody makes mistakes.
You know what? We're gonna ignore D&D Beyond.
So I'm
Everybody
proficient.
has those days.
You are not at disadvantage.
Mhm.
You do have a +4 though, and are proficient.
Cool.
And sorry, Ellie, what did you roll?
I hadn't rolled
Oh.
yet, but I will
You
roll
have
right
your stuff?
now. I rolled a...
Oh.
No!
Oh, okay. It's
That's
a
why I hadn't
+2.
rolled. Oh, I got a
Okay.
17.
And
A 15 then.
sorry, what was that, Aubrey? You're very quiet.
15.
15.
Got a 15 then.
Okay. As you both kind of keep low, Aubrey immediately heading in the opposite direction, you hear the crunching
I'm straight.
kind of walk somewhat close to where you were before the heavy footfalls fade out in the other direction. And similarly, Ellie, as you kind of duck down and get low to the ground, hiding amongst some of the brush that is like the cattails and all of the large bushes at the edge of the water here, you hear heavy footsteps that crunch past where you are, just out of sight in the fog. You can see this kind of large quadrupedal form that just shifts out of sight.
Okay. And we think they're...
For the time being, you wait long enough that the crunching vanishes.
Can I go looking if... Blah, 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 blah. Can I go see if there's any footprints?
Taking a look, as you look right in front of where they had passed through, you see a few footprints, kind of curving off away from the lake back towards the edge of the woods. You can see the footfalls are maybe a foot in length, a foot in width, and you can see 4 indents where it looked to be claw marks had been at the edge of the paws.
So, like, a bear?
Roughly, perhaps in the shape of a bear.
Is it like... Never mind. I don't think I'd be able to tell that.
I mean,
Not
you
even gonna
can certainly
ask.
try.
I was gonna say, would there be a difference between, like, talon marks versus claw marks?
A nature check for me.
Okay.
+3 if you don't know. I believe you do know, though.
6.
6?
I know that, yeah,
Unfortunately,
6.
from your knowledge, you can't tell.
Cool. Glad I gathered this
As
information.
you're all searching through the fog, I need you all to make another round of investigation checks.
Okay. Not too bad this time.
No, yeah.
I got a 5.
Alright. Separated as you are, both you, Chaz, and Rhett, both of you stumble, hearing this slight ringing sound, and you look behind you, and there sitting is a slightly glowing plant, looking very similar to the drawing that you were given. Seems to be the sage that you are required to get.
I'm gonna try to go grab it.
Right. Make a... You don't have a herbalism kit, do you?
Yeah, I have a.
Oh no, you do, don't you?
What
No,
is-
wait, no, you don't.
I have an alchemist kit.
You have an alchemist kit. Make a... I guess make a gathering check here. I'll say add your dexterity. Or sorry, make a... Not... What am I talking about? Roll a d100. Chaz, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I will go with my herbalism kit. Is there only one plant, or is it kind of?
It seems to be kind of one fairly tall. It's maybe about a foot tall, this one.
Well, I'll maybe start digging at the roots while
Okay.
Rhett's doing whatever he's doing.
Make a herbalism kit check, as well as roll a d100. And Rhett, you can roll a survival check.
Okay, herbalism kit. Am I proficient in that?
You are not.
Why do I have one? That's hilarious.
Maybe
Okay.
our tools got mixed matched amongst us.
We're all just using the wrong weapons and stuff. All right. So what is that to get it then? A dexterity or
Yeah, dexterity.
wisdom? Okay, that sucks. I'm just gonna roll this because it's still at a 0 right now. Can I guidance myself for that?
Sure, you can guidance yourself for that, but then also roll the d100, and you cannot guidance yourself for that.
Oh yeah, lovely. I did so poorly. I'm digging like 2 feet away from the plant, I guess. Oops.
Um,
20 on the D100.
Okay.
And I rolled a 3 on the check.
why do you keep giving me this song? Sorry. Just keeps giving me the wrong song. There we go. Alright. As you both go reaching out to your plants, as you both reach out, there's this faint ringing once again, and Chaz, you're distracted slightly by it, and by the time you look back, the plant is gone. Rhett, as you as well go, there is this faint ringing that rings out, and you watch before your eyes as you go to grab it, as the plant itself almost seems to revert. It shrinks down. You watch as the leaves and the stems begin to retract and turn into buds before they shrink down as if it's doing the opposite of growth, until it remains a small bud just peeking out of the ground before it eventually disappears and vanishes from sight.
If I dig where it disappears into, do I find anything?
Make an investigation check.
19.
19. As you dig into the ground trying to find it, you find nothing.
Alright, I guess I'll just keep looking around then.
Okay. As all of you continue searching for this herb, almost not simultaneously, but roughly around the same time, all of you hear crunching of footsteps. Heavy footsteps.
Do I recognize it's not like a person walking?
It definitely sounds quite heavy and quite rapid. And eventually you do begin to see the shadow of a quadruped creature.
I'm gonna try to go stealthily into the fog.
Make a stealth check.
What is that for me?
+6.
22.
You vanish, kind of ducking into the reeds and carefully, almost... This seems second nature to you, as you vanish from sight. What are the rest of you doing? As this heavy footstep kind of rings out around you.
We're all spread out, right?
You are currently all spread out. You cannot see each other.
I'm gonna pull my weapon out, I think. And just kind of be on guard, I guess.
Alright. You...
I'm going to try and sneak to find another comrade.
Make a stealth check for me. And then Aubrey, what are you doing?
Dirty 20.
I'm just gonna try and see if I can sense anybody of my party around me. Try and get towards them.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Would it be possible to see if I can maybe insight to see how big this thing is that's walking around? Or if it's...
I would say to try and figure that out, that would probably be a perception.
Alright, well, I'll try that anyways.
Going off of Ellie, your roll. Sorry, what was it again? Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. I got an 18.
As you kind of begin searching, it's maybe about 3 minutes of this kind of almost tense shuffling around in the fog, trying to find a comrade or something without alerting whatever is walking around you, and you can hear this crunch kind of following you, not at a rapid pace, but seemingly intent. Eventually, both you and Aubrey kind of through the fog begin to see the shape of a person and continue to meet up in the fog. Chaz, as you kind of wait in the just out of sight, but enough to see the general shadow and kind of listening to the gate and the heaviness. You gather this is probably a fairly large creature. Quadruped.
Okay.
Maybe 8 feet in length and probably weighing at least 300 pounds.
Do I know of a creature that would fit that description? Off the top of my head, or not really? Or there's too many to kind of pick one?
Generally speaking, like, your initial gut suggests perhaps like a bear or like some sort of mountainous or forestal creature that would be that large, or it could be a giant version of like perhaps a wolf or a badger. Those get large enough that would kind of fit the bill as well, but you're not certain.
Okay.
And as you kind of sit around attempting to figure it out, Ellie, you would have rolled a perception to find a comrade, right? Not a stealth? Or did you roll stealth? You're muted.
Sorry. It's because I'm like, my mic is picking up everything and I'm breathing kind of heavy because I'm like still really congested. So like I'm trying to. You had me roll stealth.
I wanted to double check that it was stealth.
Because I was sneaking around.
All right, then. In that, the only person who did not kind of. What I'm trying to say is, Chaz, as you're attempting to figure this out, you watch as the figure does begin to make its way towards you, kind of intently, slowly lumbering. As it faces you, you can see this heavy set, kind of stocky build of some sort of creature in the fog, and as it steps closer, it breaches through the fog, and it's close enough that as its face appears, you're taken aback a little as you see this kind of mangled, gnarled maw of this kind of deep red-fleshed creature, almost halfway between like a bear that has had its fur like burnt off, and perhaps like almost like a rhino, in the way it's built, and the way its head kind of juts out, large compared to its body in this kind of angled snout, and no horn, but you can see these kind of mangled ears that kind of flit around, kind of focusing in on any sound that it can. And as it gets closer, you can see it's got no fur, and instead it's this kind of reddish skin that seems almost kind of leathery as it steps in to view. And I need you to roll initiative.
Does it look undead?
Make an Arcana check quickly as I set up the field.
Okay. Is that a 0 for me?
Arcana, that is a +0, yes.
Okay. I got an 8.
Nice. You are unable to truly tell. We'll say that you were somewhere around the bank here.
Okay.
And I don't have a
Of course.
creature, or like a specific template for this, so I'm gonna use just a bear.
Okay. I'm gonna die. I rolled a 1. Help! Help me!
How far away are we?
In the mist, you're
Nobody
not
knows.
sure. There haven't been too many sounds yet. There's been no growl, no other than the heavy footfalls. So the rest of you aren't necessarily aware of this occurring. We'll say that you two met up because you have. This so that it's better centered. Okay. There we go. Alright, as this occurs, the creature goes first. Upon seeing you, there's this almost kind of guttural vibration that echoes out of its mouth, and as it kind of opens its maw, you notice that its maw doesn't open like you'd expect. Instead, it opens in this kind of 3 flat version where kind of 2 spread out and the bottom one kind of opens as well, and you hear this just low. I don't think it picks up on the mic, but
This is give me Demigorgon.
and immediately it is going to step 1 foot closer, or 1 square closer, and go out for an attack.
Awesome. Let's go.
Lost my combat playlist. Oh well, we'll just throw this on. Alright, it rolls a 15 plus 4, that's a 19 to hit.
Does that hit me?
Yes, your AC is unfortunately much lower than that.
I see. Is it 12?
Yep,
Yeah.
it is indeed.
You just cucked me, Austin.
Yeah, I made sure that you had your armor in here. That was in fact the right armor.
No shield?
No shield. Alright. It does 7.
7. Okay.
It does 7 necrotic damage.
Does that fully hurt me?
That does, yes.
Okay.
As it kind of reaches out and its kind of maw fleshes pieces kind of reach out and grasp onto your arm, and you feel this like biting yet almost sucking motion as it kind of drains, like it almost like pierces in and then drains some of your vitality. It is going to also make an attack with its claws. That is a 10 to hit, which does not hit.
Aha! Aha! Miss.
That ends its turn. And it is your turn.
I'm going to pull out my flail,
Okay.
and I'm going to say, guys, help. Help! And I'm going to try and swing at this guy.
Alright.
With my flail.
Make an attack roll. That is a +5 to hit.
+5 to hit. Wait. My flail's a +5 to hit?
Yep.
I thought you said it was a +4 to hit
+5 now.
before.
Leveled up.
What? I'm so confused. Okay. I'll hit it then and be very confused for a little bit.
Alright.
You activated it when you prayed, and it turned into a +1.
Oh, +1 weapon. Attack. +1. Still bad. Oh wait, +2.
Plus, yeah,
So-
plus 5.
11. I don't know why it didn't. I said proficient with it. Let me try and see if I can fix this.
11 unfortunately does not hit. As you kind
Yeah,
of
that's
begin the kind of rotation of the flails and go to hit into it, it brings up a big, huge, meaty paw the size of your head and just kind of bats it away. And there's this low kind of guttural snarl. I can't do it when I'm coughing. But, yeah.
okay. That will be my turn, I guess, for now.
I will say, Rhett, you do begin to hear kind of this thumping and this kind of low guttural growl maybe 20 feet from you. If you
Do I
also want
hear-
to roll initiative.
Do I
that's up
hear
to
Chaz's character?
you. You do hear Chaz's character say, guys, help, or whatever he had said.
Okay. I guess I'll run over there.
Alright, roll for initiative, and we'll see where you...
Yeah.
Alright, you are at the top of the round, so go ahead. We'll say
Right.
you're actually right about here.
How far do I have to run till I see them?
There is only 10-foot visibility here, so you have to run 20 feet before you can actually see them.
I guess. Oh, I can't move my guy.
Oh, the game is paused. Whoops.
I guess I'll run. Still can't move him.
That's because you are not
Oh, is it?
on movement. You're on...
Oh, there. Yeah, there we go. Guess I will move here.
Okay.
Um.
Running out of the fog, you can see this large, red-skinned, maybe 8 to 10 foot long, very stocky beast that has currently got its like 3-pronged maw wrapped around his arm.
Right, and then I'll try to hit it with my hand blade.
All right, go for it. Guys, how much damage have you taken total so far? Just the
7.
7.
24 to hit.
Okay. Yes, that hit. Sorry. Go ahead and run.
How much damage was it done again? It was a D6, right?
Your unarmed strike.
No,
Or
the
sorry,
hand blade.
Yeah, it was a D6.
8 damage.
As you slice into it, you can see this kind of long, kind of carving through the leathery flesh. It takes a lot more force than you're expecting to reach the hide, and you watch as like the skin almost like splits apart, and just shows this like kind of almost like a rivet, like a ravine in the flesh itself, but you don't seem to have cut all the way through to its innards. It does begin to bleed, though, a little bit from it. And you watch as this blackish, brackish blood kind of oozes and seeps out.
Alright. I will punch. I'll try to punch it as well.
Okay, go ahead. Make the attack.
I'm not sure if it's going to separate them. Oh, no, it didn't. I also just roll 1. Or I guess we can see what they
you
both
can
were.
click on it to see. They're both 10.
Oh, they're both 10, so 16.
16? Okay. So that hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
It's a D4, right?
It is a d4. Plus 4.
8 more.
Alright. As you finish carving through it and then you punch into it, just from that punch, you can feel how much pure muscle is built up beneath the the toughened hide of this creature. Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
No, I'll stay there.
All right. The creature is going to attempt to make another bite attack on what it is deemed the biggest threat, and it's going to turn around. That is a 25 to hit.
I don't know what my AC is, but I guess that hits.
Your AC is a 17.
Miss.
So it does still hit. That is 8 necrotic damage as it turns around, and immediately the 3 flaps of flesh just latch onto you instead, and you feel this kind of piercing, sucking sensation as your arm kind of goes numb. It's also going to make a claw attack at you, but that is only a 8 to hit, which will not hit you.
No, miss.
Alright, ending its turn. Chaz. What are you doing?
Alright. I'm gonna try and hit him again now that he's backs towards me.
Okay.
And I got my buddy over here. Is it advantage for flanking?
Yes, it is.
Alright. Let's try this now. How the hell? Does it auto roll a... Okay, there we go.
Oh shit.
Oh, I crit.
Nice.
Oh, wait,
I'd
you
like-
rolled 2 natural 20s.
Wow.
Oh, really? That's funny.
That's wild.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Double crit. I
God.
I would like to try
Mhm.
to channel some divine energy in this strike and see if it's possible to get Kelemvor's blah blah
What?
jujubes. I'm trying to channel divinity and see if I'm a death cleric.
Oh. I was like, what are you, jujus? What are you saying? Oh my goodness. So you're attempting to channel
Divinity.
divinity.
It would be called
Touch
Touch
of
of Death if I'm Death Domain.
All right, as you kind of channel and you bring your flails close enough, and you watch as both of them immediately just begin whelming into it, and the spikes just tear into the flesh. 5 damage is a lot of damage.
Oh, I also have to do my... I have to do... Oh, I can do this. Okay. Critical hit. Is it... Okay.
Mhm.
My weapon... Am I adding +2 or +1 to the damage?
+1.
Or, sorry, +2 or +3 to
Oh,
the
sorry,
damage?
+3.
+3, okay.
And as you... Oh, sorry, 25 to hit, yeah, that's... I don't know why I thought that was damage for some reason. 10 damage makes a lot more sense. Alright, that makes a lot more sense now, suddenly, in my head.
Yeah.
As you kind of
Yeah.
channel, attempting to invoke kind of Kelemvor to do more damage, you bring it down, and you watch as the flails kind of glows briefly, and there is this kind of explosion of radiant energy that you watch erupt from the flails. Roll a d8.
Interesting.
And I guess you can actually roll 2d8 because it's doubled because of the critical. So you do an extra 8 radiant damage.
8 radiant damage?
Mhm.
I don't know what I am anymore at all.
But you did something divine.
You did something
I did
divine.
channel some divinity, maybe.
Perhaps. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to. Did Rhett get hurt? How much did Rhett get? Not very much, right? He still looks
Yeah,
okay.
about like 8 damage.
Okay, then that is all I will do.
Okay.
Yep.
The rest of you, Aubrey and Ellie, as you kind of meet up at the edge of the lake, you hear this kind of low guttural growl as well, as emerging from the fog, you watch another of these beasts, appear in front of you. And I need both of you to roll initiative as
Yucky.
well. Sorry, stream.
Kinda rude. I got a 9.
Oops. I keep skipping around. With your 9, that means, Rhett, you are still first. Go ahead and take your turn.
Okay, I'm just going to slash at the thing in front of me again.
Okay.
15.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
9.
9 damage? Oh, okay. And then are you also bonus action punching?
Yeah, how hurt does it look?
It's looking rough. There's numerous tears in its body where this black blood is kind of seeping out. But it still looks like it could take a couple hits.
I'll try to, I guess, use some inner energy to see if I can punch again twice.
Okay. So you're attempting to spend a key point?
Yeah.
Alright, as you kind of focus your energy briefly, you suddenly feel almost like a brief burst of adrenaline. Go ahead and make 2 more attacks.
Just gonna use the hand blade thing since the other one isn't working.
Oh, okay.
And they're the same. 15 again.
Yep, that hits.
And 22.
That also hits. Go ahead and roll 2 unarmed strikes.
11 damage.
Okay.
And then, does it feel like I can do anything else, to this creature with when I spent the key point? Like I'll attempt to sweep its legs.
You can do something.
Like I'm gonna attempt to sweep out its legs to knock it prone.
Okay. As you attempt to sweep its legs, make an athletics check for me.
All right. I guess the official thing I'm trying to do is the. Oh, it's just a technique of the flurry of blows. 11.
11. As you attempt to go sweep, you aren't able to quite get enough momentum going, and you don't manage to knock it prone or continue as part of the movement. Does not seem like you can. Oh.
Does it seem like something I've done before or something?
It felt very unnatural when attempting it.
Okay. All right.
Alright, ending the turn, Aubrey. As the large 8-foot, maybe 300 to 400 pound creature steps out of the fog, it's kind of 3 mouthpieces kind of flapping open, this kind of almost soundless low growl echoing out. What are you doing?
I'll come up and give it a little swing.
Alright, go for it.
Nice.
23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And I will use my psychic blades too. If I can do so.
Psychic blades. I believe you can. Yes, you can. So roll an extra 2d6 psychic damage.
Yeah.
The only person to fully figure out their first character feature. Or I meant subclass feature, character feature. I guess it's a character feature.
I'm like so lost now. Like
7 damage.
Yeah, I thought for sure
much?
I was going to be open hand monk, but I guess not.
7 damage total.
7 total, plus 9, so 16? Okay.
Yep.
Alright, as you kind of pierce into the side of the flank of the creature, you kind of take a moment to bring down this almost ethereal kind of psychic blade and just carve against the side of it as well. Is that a bonus action? Are you doing anything else? Yeah, you do have a bonus action still, if you'd like to do anything.
No.
Okay. Ending your turn. The creatures are going. This one is going to... let's see, who did? It's going to turn back to you, Chaz.
Okay.
That heavy hit that it did, and it is going to attempt to do Void of Life. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Okay. I am not proficient in that, right?
You are not.
Five.
5, okay. You take 13 necrotic damage. And
13 necrotic. Okay.
Yep, and you are poisoned.
Okay.
And while you are poisoned in this manner, you cannot regain hit points.
Awesome. Okay.
The other one is going to just make an attack at you, Aubrey. Or, well, it's going to attempt to first grasp on. That is a 16 to hit, which does hit you with your AC of 13. And does 8 necrotic damage, and it's going to take a claw attack at you, but will miss with a 6. How much necrotic? I said 13 against you, right, Chaz?
Yes. Yeah.
You watch as it kind of...
Sorry, how much did I get hit by?
It hit you... Oh, fuck. I think I said 8.
Okay.
Chaz and Rhett, you watch as it kind of, instead of latching on, instead it begins to just kind of make this disgusting sucking noise. As it rumbles, you watch as these kind of motes of energy kind of float off of Chaz and into its maw, and you watch as some of its wounds kind of stitch up almost and stop bleeding. But that's their turn. Ellie, what are you doing?
Okay. Aubrey, did you actually hit this one?
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay. And Athens, could you be so kind to remind me if my when I crushed my animal bone last time, was that an action or a bonus action?
That was an action.
Okay. And when I became really angry and I was
Yes.
enraged,
That was a bonus
was
action.
that a bonus action? Okay. Sorry, my notes they're janky. Bonus. Okay. Seeing my friend attack this thing, can I get kind of angry? Can I
Sure,
rage?
You may go into a rage.
I don't know how to do this, you guys, so bear with, okay? And can I attack
You may.
this one? I'd like to attack him. Okay. Let's see.
As you move closer within range, close enough that you can smell its
Can I go here?
kind of almost bedded breath. Yes, you can flank. You do have advantage on your attack.
20, but
Alright,
not
that hits.
natural. And okay, and that is 1d12. That's 9.
9 damage, okay.
And when I'm raging, does that mean I get a second attack?
No.
What do I get
it
to
means
do? What
that
does that
you
mean?
you have advantage on strength checks and saving throws, not attacks. You get a +2 damage
Okay.
to strength weapon attacks, and you gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
I end my turn. I think that's all I can do.
Ending your turn, Chaz. What are you doing?
What does my weapon look like right now? Like, is it look like it's glowing or doing anything?
It seems to be faintly glowing currently. Nowhere near as much as it glowed when you smacked into it and attempted to
Okay.
channel something.
Did I when I channeled that stuff? Was that from me or was it from the weapon? Do I think?
Make a insight or religion check.
What's my pop plus on insight? +4 or +6?
It is +4.
Okay, I'll do insight. I don't know. Fuck me. 8.
8. I mean, in the heat of the moment, as you kind of just attempted to channel something, it was kind of tough to tell.
This sucks. Austin, why did you do this? I'm so confused. Alright.
He kept mine nice and simple for me. Would be able to figure out too complicated.
Okay.
That you know, Bobby.
Well, I don't think I channeled divinity because there's no channel divinity that exists that does what he said it did. So, I'm gonna try the basic channel divinity.
You're gonna attempt to turn undead?
Yes.
Alright. How are you doing so, if you want to describe it?
I'm gonna stick out my flail like they do in like The Exorcist and stuff with the cross. And just be like, stop, and see if that, or run
Alright.
or something.
As you
I'll try and get it to.
channel, and you watch as this holy glow begins to build up out of your symbol, and eventually it bursts into this kind of ring of power that erupts in this radius. It washes over the creature in front of you, but it seems to have no effect.
Like it's not undead?
Like, it seems to be not undead.
Well, at least I know I'm a cleric. For sure now. That's my action. I can't heal I can't get healed
You
right
cannot
now,
heal
right?
currently.
Bonus action. All healing word. Rhett's character. Healing word. You have. Oh, why is it saying
How much?
1 second? I have to do it manually.
Uh-oh.
Because it's like you don't have any spell slots. What are you talking about?
Oh. Whoops.
1d4 plus 6 health.
6 health?
Yep.
Alright, that is your turn. At the top of the round, on initiative count 20, you hear a slight ringing. And, let's see. Both you and, I almost said Tarek, Rhett and Chaz, along the bank, just within sight, you watch as almost there's this shimmer before a 3-foot tall sage plant just appears, almost like the heat haze of a mirage kind of faintly vibrates in the air, and it solidifies into this plant. Rhett, it is your turn.
Where is it?
It is right here.
Okay.
But I will slash at the bear.
Okay, you can tap.
9.
9. As you slash down at it, it kind of flexes, and the kind of rough hide just glances your hand blade off of its flank, not doing any damage.
Actually, I'll just use another key point to punch it twice again.
Okay.
And so, first one. 11.
11 does not hit. As you go to punch it, your hand and your fist just kind of stings as you punch what must have been pure muscle.
And 17.
17 does hit, and this time you kind of dig your knuckles in. Go ahead and roll damage.
8 damage.
Okay. It's looking pretty rough.
Right, that is my turn.
Alright, ending your turn. Aubrey, what are you doing?
I'm just swinging.
Just swinging. Alright, go for it.
Is it advantage for like?
Yes, it is
Yep.
at advantage to deflect.
Nice.
What was it? 12. Unfortunately, 12 does not hit. As you go to pierce, it kind of rears back, and your blade just passes underneath it.
I will just cast Bardic Inspiration on Alien, and that'll be it.
Ending your turn, you both watch as the creature immediately seems to ignore both of you and goes immediately for the sage plant that has just appeared. And as it kind of lopes forward, its maw kind of begins sucking you. Watch as these kind of motes begin being pulled off of the sage.
Where was the plant at exactly? Where did it
Right
spawn?
here for those two. And you watch, oh shit, as it just devours the plant. All of the motes pulled off of the sage. You watch as this kind of diffuse energy is just devoured by it. And as it devours that, you watch as the creature kind of shimmers before vanishing.
What the fuck? Okay.
Revenge. Alright, ending its turn. The other one is going to swipe at, let's say you, Ellie.
Okay.
That is a 20 to hit, which does hit you.
Sure that
it's your
does.
AC of 14. As it latches on, its kind of mouth kind of forming around your arm, you take 3 necrotic damage, and then it's going to make a swipe at you for another 20 to hit, and this one does 5 slashing damage, reduced to 2 for you.
So you took 2 damage, and what was the first one? I'm sorry.
3 necrotic.
Okay.
And that is its
Okay.
turn. Chaz, what are you doing? Oh, sorry, Ellie. I lied.
Wait,
I'm
I didn't
sorry.
do a
I'm
turn.
sorry, Ellie. What are you doing?
What the fuck? I'm going to attack
Go for it.
him with my large
Your
axe.
hefty two-handed axe. So for you, you can
Yes.
wield it one-handed because you're huge.
So
22 hits.
22. And 8
8 damage. Okay.
damage.
And that's with the rage damage, right?
Wait, I add my thing to
When
my.
you're raging and you attack, you add a +2 damage. Okay.
No, I did not add that then.
Yeah, on any weapon using your strength. If it's melee.
Okay.
Um,
Any melee strength.
is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
And your turn now. It is your turn, Chaz. The creature in front of you had just immediately started ignoring you and devouring this sage plant. And as soon as it had finished, it had just almost the same kind of heat haze mirage that the plant had appeared in transferred to the creature, and it kind of just faded from view.
Interesting. Do I feel like I can heal myself now, or no? Still not.
I forgot to get you to make a Constitution check at the end of your last turn, so go ahead and make a Constitution check. Saving throw, sorry. So we'll
8.
say that was your last turn. So no, you do not feel like you can heal yet.
All right. Can I see over this direction?
It is currently foggy, and you only have 10 feet of visibility. So no, you cannot see that direction.
Okay. Can I hear?
Make a perception check. I'll say
25.
yes, you can tell that there is also some sort of combat going on further down.
Okay, I'm gonna walk like here until I can see him.
Yeah, just as you kind of reach that 25 feet point, you can begin to see Ellie and the creature that they're fighting, looking very similar to the one that you just watched disappear in front of you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and produce the flame that I did to light up the tunnel last time,
Okay, go for
yesterday.
it. As you
And I'm
kind
gonna
of-
try and chuck it at the bear.
as you kind of reach out your hand, you watch as this flame kind of jumps to life, and go ahead and make an attack roll with it.
Okay.
+6.
Alright. 21 to hit. 8 fire damage.
You watch as your little flame washes over its body. It singes it a little bit, but it doesn't seem to care as much as you had expected it to.
Okay.
Ending your turn. Rhett.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna follow behind Chaz's character.
Okay.
I guess I'll see that they're
Yeah. As you
fighting
reach there, you
things.
can begin to see some of your compatriots.
Alright, I'll move to here.
Okay.
And I will slash at this one with my hand axe.
Go for it. And circular blade.
23.
That hits.
And I'm going to see if I can use my key point to add more damage.
Okay. Like you. Sorry, did you hit? What are
Yeah.
you trying to do? Just trying to.
I'm trying to add more, see if I have like the ability to add deal extra damage.
As you carve through it with your initial strike, you attempt to channel ki, and it doesn't seem to. You don't seem to be able to channel that into your first strike.
All right, I will. So 7 damage,
Okay,
and then I will try to punch.
go for it.
15.
That hits. Full damage.
And this one I'll try the same thing.
All right, this time as you punch, and you kind of attempt to channel that adrenaline in a different way. You punch and you feel this lasting effect, this almost like shadowed energy that you strike it with. Go ahead and roll 1d4 plus 3 necrotic.
All right, I'll roll my initial damage first
Okay.
for the punch.
This also costs you a key point.
It is 1d4 plus what?
3 necrotic.
3. So 7 bludgeoning and 4 necrotic.
Okay.
Yay, I know what I am now.
What is that?
That's a Way of Mercy monk.
Ooh.
All right. Is that the end of your turn? As you bash
Yeah.
into it, you can see it kind of wobbles a little bit, looking pretty rough. Ending your turn, Aubrey. What are you doing?
Swinging again.
All right. As you go in, thrusting with your rapier. What you get?
Nice.
Right. With that, as you kind of drive forward with your rapier, you impale it, and it kind of rears back, pulling you with it. And it struggles for a bit, kind of on 2 legs. The other one's just attempting to take swipes, before it eventually just crashes to the ground. This black brackish blood kind of seeping out of the wounds all over your blade, and there's just this almost pitiful kind of rumbling to it as it dies.
We did it.
Are you trying to make us feel bad for killing this? Like,
Because I don't.
No? No? I'm just describing how it dies.
he said it was pitiful.
It is a pitiful death.
He was trying to suck our energy.
I'm not trying to make you
Ow.
feel bad for it. I'm just saying it was a pitiful, death growl. However, at this point, I think we are going to have to end off because we do have to do some things tonight still. for moving.
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. You found one of the 4 ingredients by chance. And I mean, technically, you found 2 of them. You're just having trouble getting the last one.
Question, Austin.
Yes. Mhm.
Can you tell us if we are multi-classed, any of us, or if we're all just single subclasses?
I will take pity on you. There are no multi-classes.
I'm so confused.
Is any of it homebrew?
As I explained to some of them before, all of the classes are official classes. There may be a little bit of homebrew for some features, some weapons, some items, but most of this stuff is official content.
Okay.
I'll even say class-related things and things that you would be able to find, about 75% to 80% is official.
So good
So
luck on
not
the other
all-
25.
The other 20 stuff is not like super hard to find. Some of it is
Well, like-
homebrewed. So finding that won't be I mean, you
Possible.
probably won't be able to find that because I homebrewed it myself. But there, some of the homebrew I took from other sources and is findable. So
So you just gotta guess what it is. Like, yeah.
I don't know what.
Just use a lot
all.
of vague language.
I tried to channel divine energy.
I mean, you
and
channeled something divine.
yeah, I know. Might be my weapon probably, but because that doesn't exist for anything.
I like how I figured out a way of mercy muck by doing more damage. Then I could have healed someone, but instead I was like, I'll do more.
Hands of harm.
Yeah. Hand of harm.
Have a good
Bye.
night, guys.
All right, see ya.
Good
All
night.
right, happy birthday once again.
Yes, happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
Ellie.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
Why?